So this tutorial is to show new VideoStar editors how to do simple VideoStar transitions for starting out. So in this tutorial, I'm just going to do a simple rotation transition. So make sure you have your clips imported or your pictures or whatever you're using, and make sure they're in the thing. There's obviously nothing going on there. You'll go to your first clip and press New, then go to Multi-Layer. Press the number 1 and put in your clip. From here, you'll press Edit Keyframes, and this is where it starts to get kind of confusing whenever you look at it, but it's really easy, I promise. So you have like this blue line here, and it turns red whenever you are over it. This is your starting point. That's where the edit starts. For this transition, you're going to go all the way to the end, and you'll start messing with this bottom thing down here. So whenever you move it, it rotates it, obviously. I'm going to do a rotation going clockwise. So I'm going to move this until the number says 20, or it can say 15 or 25 or whatever number you want it to say. Obviously, it's personal preference. But I like doing 20, and I use this for literally all of my rotation transitions. So anyways, next, and you could also do it like that, but I'm not going to, or that, once again, not going to. Okay, so go make sure it's on here if you're doing a spin. But you'll press the box with a line in it, and all your graphs will show up. These graphs are going to tell VideoStar how fast you want the transition to happen. If you don't do custom graphs, then I would go with either this one or this one for your in transition, your starting point, I guess. I don't know if there's a word for it, but I'm going to do a custom transition. So you'll press the word custom and it'll bring up this scary thing. I don't know why I tried to drag that like that. I knew that didn't work. So anyways, you'll press the plus button to add points, and then from here you can drag the points. If you want, I use this graph every time for my edits, so just make a similar one to me. And so the straight line down here when it tells the clip not to move. So I'm just gonna play with that for a second because that did not look good to me. Okay. And that's what that looks like. So you'll come back and you'll mirror your image. You can do whatever one you want. I like this one. Personal preference. Also, you could mirror it beforehand. Also, personal preference. Now, this looks weird. So you'll go in and you'll use tracking blur. If you do not have tracking blur, you can use focus, which is the free effect, I think. I've never used focus before, but I can guess how to use it. So you'll go into edit keyframes, and from the beginning, you'll start here, and you'll press this button right here, and it'll change it to color. You'll make sure this is at 0. You'll come all the way down here and put it at like, whatever number. I'll just do 70, I guess. And you'll press the box again, custom, and make the same graph you did before. Doesn't have to be the exact same, it just has to be similar. And then it moves, but I have tracking blur, so I'm going to use my tracking blur. I've never used the focus. So if that was incorrect, I am sorry. But then you'll press create, and then you're done. Now for the end transition, the end of the transition, you'll go into your next clip, and you'll press multi-layer again, import the clip, same thing, go into edit keyframes. Now this time, you're going to start at the beginning and rotate it the opposite way, and it's going to be the same number as before. Then you'll go to the end and put it back to 0. From the end point, you will press the box again, and whatever, if you use these graphs, if you use this graph, then you'll want to use this one. Same thing, if you use this one, you'll use this one, or it's whatever. I'm doing a custom one. So this time, I'm going to start down here, the beginning, and I'm going to put a point there, and I'm going to bring it up a little bit. Once again, just make a similar graph to me, or you could play around with it or whatever. Once again, the straight line up here signifies that it will not move. So, and I think that's pretty good already, so that's what that looks like. Mirror the clip, put my tracking blur or my focus, create it, and there you go.